Good evening, and thank you for joining us for the Native American students and tribal colleges. This evening, you have myself, Fawn Hunter, the Indian Education Program Specialist for Washington County Schools District, as she stated, and also the co-facilitator with me tonight is Ferdinand Dry Romero, the Education Programs Professional for Nevada Department of Education. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, everybody. And I think I would like to welcome you all tonight. We're excited to be able to provide this information for you all on tribal colleges and universities. I myself attended a tribal college in Lawrence, Kansas, so excited to provide this information to you. Now, I'd like to start by introducing you to the tribal colleges throughout the country. Here is a map of the 37 tribal colleges and universities. In 1969, the first tribal college was established, the Navajo Community College, which was renamed in 1997 as the Diné College. And according to the American Indian Higher Education Consortium, also known as AHEC, in 1973, the first 6 American Indian tribally controlled colleges established the AHEC to provide a support network as they work to influence federal policies on American Indian higher education. Today, AHEC has grown to 37 tribal colleges in the United States. AHEC further states that each of these institutions was created and chartered by its own tribal government or the federal government for a specific purpose: to provide higher education opportunities to American Indians through programs that are locally and culturally based, holistic, and supportive. So today we will hear from probably 3 or 4 tribal colleges, as well as from the American Indian College Fund. Next slide. So one of the programs that we started last year in Nevada through the Nevada Department of Education is the Native Youth Community Project, the Amplified Nevada Native Youth, also known as ANNIE. This seeks to provide a roadmap to support students in a virtual learning platform. It's a resource hub for students, families, and educators. And we've had the privilege to interview many American Indian students still in college and recent graduates as they share their experiences. And I'm going to share my screen really quick with you. This is the YouTube page. We're also on Facebook. You just look up Amplified Nevada Native Youth, providing a lot of really great resources on this page, including even a suicide prevention, Your Life Matters, tons of great uploads, popular uploads for you to view. Fawn?
Thank you, Ferdinand. Next, we will look at the Northwest Indian College. Northwest Indian College is a tribal-controlled institution of higher education chartered by the Lummi Nation. Its mission is to promote tribal self-determination through higher education and indigenous knowledge. Located in the Lummi Indian Reservation in Washington State, 20 miles from the Canadian border. The Northwest Indian College is the only accredited tribal college or university serving reservation communities of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. So with that, we are going to listen to Adam Lane, and he's going to provide some information with us about Northwest Indian College.
And I'd also like to add that everything that we're playing today is from resources that you can actually go back and view all of these tribal colleges on the ANNIE page.
My name is Adam Lane. I'm the admissions recruiter here at Northwest Indian College. We're up in Bellingham, Washington. And let's see here to share my screen. Training.
I'm gonna stop sharing, Adam, so you can share yours, okay?
Okay.
Sorry, okay, there. So now you're ready.
Okay. So let's see. I guess I'll do this. Okay, so just a little info about the college, different opportunities here at Northwest Indian College. Our mission is through education, Northwest Indian College promotes Indigenous self-determination and knowledge. So getting started, so it's super easy to get started. First thing you need to do is apply. So it's free to apply. We don't have any application fees. You just need to go on our website, nwic.edu, and then fill out the application for admissions. And then while you're there, fill out the housing application as well for our Resident Life Center. Next is applying for financial aid. So students need to go to studentaid.gov and fill out their FAFSA. And then remember our school code 021800, along with all the other information needed there. And then once you do that, you can schedule an appointment for your placement test. And then this is your math, reading, and writing to determine where you're going to be placed at. And so once you take the placement test, basically you can meet with an advisor. They'll create your degree plan for you and give you your schedule, your quarterly schedule to keep you on track to graduating. And then you register for and start attending classes. So super easy. We've been trying to make it as easy as possible for students to get signed up. So our cost of attendance, our tuition rate, it's $135 a credit. So if you're full-time, it's just under $1,700 if you're going to take 12 credits. And then our housing, so if you're going to stay at the dorms, it's $900 per quarter. So the annual cost with all your expenses here, $14,628. So this is a little on the high end. We're usually able to cut down some of these costs, but just a good rule of thumb to plan on that. And then if it ends up being less, then all the better. So our annual head count, this is our annual head count throughout the year. Our main campus up in Bellingham, we typically have 300 to 400 students. So it's not a large campus. Our campus classroom sizes are 8 to 12. You might get a couple of classes where you have 20 or 25 students, but typically it's around the 8 to 12 student per class. And then we have a high Native student population, being a tribal college. A higher number of female students. So we're typically around 70% female students on campus. We have over 115 tribes represented within our student body. So it's not just students from the Northwest. We're getting students who travel and come here from all over the country. And then our average age is 32. Our main campus is a little bit lower. We get a lot more of the traditional students at our main campus. And then our average graduate GPA is 3.28. So our students who are going through and completing their degree are doing really well in classes. Courses, so in a normal year, we're going to have classes on campus, day and night courses, interactive telecourses where you can video in with our main campus if you're not able to make it to campus, independent learning courses, which are you get all the work and you kind of go at it at your own rate. So this is, students who have jobs or a family aren't able to, get to class at specific times, gives them a little more flexibility. And then online courses. So right now, all of our courses are online for the rest of the year and probably into next year as well. And so it's actually kind of helped us. It's expanded the amount of courses that you can take online. So before we had a little bit more limited courses, now we have a little bit more flexibility with that. Our site locations, so we have different sites throughout the Northwest at some of the tribes in Washington and Idaho. And our main campus, like I said, it's in Lummi in Bellingham, Washington. Since 2007, we've had 9 new buildings go up. And so our total number on campus is 24. And down here below, we have a link to our virtual campus tour. It's also on our website. So you can get on and take a virtual tour around and see what campus looks like. But here's an overhead view. On the top half of the screen, that's our original campus. And then the bottom half, those are our latest additions to our campus. And I'm going to go through these pretty quick. There's just some pictures from around campus, some of the buildings, our dorms here. So our dorms house 67 students, and we'll be at or near capacity just about every year. So it's important to get your application in early if you're going to be staying in the dorms, to make sure you get a spot and get your spot saved in there. You know, it's right here on campus. We also have apartments available for students who have families. And then our Center for Student Success, this is kind of our one-stop shop. So when you come to campus, you're a new student, this is where you'll want to go. This is where our admissions office is, advising, enrollment, financial aid, testing, trio, athletics, recruitment. So everything is here in this building. You can come in and get it all taken care of, usually in one day. So our staff here is usually really good about that. Some more pictures around campus. And then we have a couple buildings that have broken ground and we're just waiting for construction. That is our gym, our health and wellness center, and our workforce training center. So we're just waiting for those to go up now. Student activities. So again, in a normal year, we'll have students on campus and all these clubs and activities will be active. So there's a number of opportunities for students. Indigenous service learning does community service projects around our communities. ABLE is for anyone interested in business. ACES, our Rocket Club, Ski and Boarding Club, Powwow Club, our AHEC competitions, and our theater and play productions. So there's lots of things on campus to keep students, you know, active and engaged. Athletics, so we have a men's and women's basketball team every year. We have other sports based, usually it's based on student interest. So we don't always have a team, but we've had volleyball, cross country, track. It just depends on the students who are on campus for that specific year. And then the American Indian Higher Education Consortium, that is the group of tribal colleges across the country. So we come together and play a tournament every year. And then there's a student conference every year. The location varies, but it's just an opportunity for students from all of these tribal colleges to come together. There's competitions, athletic and academic competitions. It's just a lot of fun. It's a really cool place to see. So, there's the map that we saw earlier. So now our degree programs. We offer 4 bachelor's programs: Native Environmental Science, Native Studies Leadership, Tribal Governance and Business Management, and our CARE program, which is our Human Services program. And then we have associate degrees as well listed there. So our environmental science program, there's basically 2 tracks. You can do a broad degree in environmental science, or you can do our interdisciplinary option. So you can actually build and design your degree to focus on something specific that you're interested in. So these are some of them that some of our students have done in the past: fisheries biology, marine biology, wetland biology. We've had forestry, water quality, GIS, environmental policy. Basically anything in the environmental science field, you can build and design your degree around. And then some courses in the program. Next is our Native Studies Leadership program. So this is basically our Native Studies program. It's gonna offer classes in Native history, government and politics, cultural sovereignty, indigenous theory and methods. Basically, your background and tribal leadership. So Native Studies, heavy in Native Studies courses. Tribal government and business management. So this is for any student who wants to get into tribal government or business or casino management. There's a few different tracks that you can customize your degree to focus toward. Courses in this program are business law, accounting, economics, government and politics, grant management, finance and marketing. And then lastly, our human services degree. So this is our degree for students who want to get into social work or become a chemical dependency counselor, things like that. So heavy in the psychology and sociology type classes for any student who wants to get into that. And then our 2-year programs. So we have a life sciences program, and most of our students who do this are interested in the health sciences field. So we don't have a nursing program or anything like that, but we're able to get some background courses, do some prereqs, and then transfer into a program in the health sciences field. Something that we don't offer. And the general direct transfer as well. So most of our students coming in, they get in the general direct transfer degree. It's just kind of your general studies associate's degree. And then you can kind of, if you're unsure what you want to do, you can take this, take some classes, and then get an idea of what you want to go into. Or we might not offer the degree program, and then you can take some prereqs with us in this program before you transfer on to another college. And then business entrepreneurship, public and tribal administration, information technology, chemical dependency studies. These are our other associate degrees. We have an individualized program as well, and then our certificate programs. So I know I went a little bit long, but that's basically wrapping everything up there. So here's my contact information. Feel free to get a hold of me at any time. I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody has. Thanks.
Now we will be moving on to our American Indian College Fund. We have Miss Weston and Miss Pennington who are going to give us some information about American Indian College Fund. Miss Weston is a tribal college transfer coach, where she helps with those that have already attended a tribal college and or attending tribal colleges. Miss Pennington also serves as a college and career coach for American Indian College Fund. We'll hear from them next.
Sorry about that. Let me share my screen.
Working towards higher ed access for Native students and also supporting tribal colleges and universities. And for a long time, we were focused on the funding side of things. And then in more recent years, we started to focus more on the holistic student support. And so me and Nicolette work for the Native Pathways program, and we provide light coaching for students and a lot of other really wonderful resources that we're super excited to tell you about today. So I'll go ahead and let Nicolette introduce herself.
Hi, I was going to say good afternoon, but good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. So my name is Nicolette Weston. I am the transfer and admissions coach with the American Indian College Fund Native Pathways program. So I'm over the tribal college transfer program. And then just to give you guys a little bit of information, you have any students that I can send out a brochure to. Currently there are 16 eligible tribal colleges for our tribal college transfer program. And I believe, I don't have the picture for that. So there are 16 eligible. I don't believe Northwest is on our list. I want to double check on Haskell, though I'm not quite sure about Haskell. But currently we work with 16 tribal colleges. So students are eligible to apply, to our tribal college transfer program to transfer from their 2-year degree to their 4-year degree. So basically, we are just there to support and ensure that the TCU students complete those associate degrees and just have the academic readiness to succeed at a 4-year degree institution. And Micheline, is that you dropping stuff into our chat box or no?
Yeah, I just put in the TCU fair information for next week and invited everyone to attend.
Awesome, thank you. So moving on. Why is this? There we go.
Awesome. So if you finish the tribal college transfer program with Nicolette as your coach, and you are ready to go on to a 4-year program, then you can join the College Success Program. So when you transition into a 4-year institution, you'll receive like even more support on transitioning there, finding those resources on campus and things like that. And this is with our coach, Sadie Redwing, who's not here tonight. But this is just a little bit farther along the road. But just to give you an idea, if you do choose to go to a TCU, which is an amazing opportunity, and then you join the tribal college transfer program, that support doesn't stop when you continue on for your 4-year degree.
Okay, my screen is going slow for some reason. There we go. Okay, now on to the good stuff. This is usually our biggest questions that we receive also from organizations and tribal colleges, tribal college students. So the Full Circle Scholarship and our TCU Scholarship, our tribal college scholarships, application are open. These applications are open year round. So February 1st is the transition date each year. The Full Circle scholarships, that application priority deadline is May 31st. These scholarships are administered by the College Fund. They're awarded on a yearly basis. Awards range from 900 to 20,000 plus. Recipients must be enrolled full-time. Students can be part-time if they are graduating within a year, and scholarships can include light or heavy coaching. Awards go to both TCU and mainstream students. Previous recipients are also given preference. The TCU scholarships, the TCUs actually set their own deadline for these applications, and they're administered by the TCU. Recently, we just updated our webpage too, so we now call it a student portal. So you can go to collegefund.org/student portal. And then on this section, the students are able to create a profile and create their essays and drop those essays, and everything's in that front page there. And for Dina, she just said she was a TCU graduate. So am I. So we're really familiar with these TCU processes for our American Indian College Fund website. So my suggestion is just always keeping your essay on a jump drive. If you were like any of us, your essays are going to sometimes have a maximum amount of wording on it for the TCU and the Full Circle scholarships, also other scholarships that you might be applying for too.
I just want to add that if you're a high school senior this year and you want to apply for one of those scholarships, the time that you would be doing that is between January 1st and May 31st. So the deadline for everyone is May 31st, but if you're a senior, then you'll want to start doing that between January 1st and May 31st. And don't wait until the last minute. I did that a few times in college, and that was very overwhelming the night before the scholarship deadline. So be proactive.
Yes, and one thing different between Full Circle and the TCU scholarships is coaching isn't normally involved with the TCU scholarships. However, they do have access to some of our online resources that we offer. All right, I'll give it over to Micheline to go over our college going guidebook.
All right, awesome. And so this is something that is available to everyone. So any parents, students, counselors, anyone who is interested in higher education, who's in the Zoom room, we encourage you to find this resource. And I'll go ahead and drop the link in the chat box. It's completely free. There's a PDF version available online, but you can also request your own copy of it, and we'll send one to you in the mail. This is a beautiful piece of work related to everything higher ed. That was created by Native Americans for Native Americans. So it's very relevant and just very personal and genuine. And so I really value this, and I love sharing it with students, and I love sharing it with counselors. So you can learn about FAFSA in here. You can learn about finding a sense of belonging on campus. You can hear from students, like, what is it like to move away from home? What's it like to go to a TCU? Why did I choose a TCU? So things like that. So this is a really great resource, and I highly recommend checking it out. I'm going to drop the link for that in the chat. The link will also include our fall education calendar, so you can find all of the events that we're going to have this fall. These are available for everyone. So again, parents, students, counselors, anyone. We want to welcome you. It'll also include, we have checklists for each year in high school of things that you can be doing to become college ready. So if you scroll down the page a little bit more, and you're a ninth grader and you want to know, what could I be doing this year? It feels early. It's definitely not too early to be thinking about college. So check out the checklist and start going through that each year. So the next thing that I'll talk about are some of the updates that we have available, and I'll be dropping these into the chat box as well. So the first one is a scholarship update. So we talked about scholarships, but that was such a quick overview. But we do have sessions that are just about scholarships where you can learn more about the application process and tips and tricks. So if you sign up for this update, you'll receive information about when those events are coming, but you'll also receive those tips and tricks in email form. You'll receive updates about our scholarships, but also about other important scholarship deadlines like the Gates Scholarship or the Cobell Scholarship. This is super important if you're a junior or senior. I highly recommend that you sign up for this update. Scholarship deadlines come up quick. Like as soon as senior year is starting, they're pretty much there. So this is a great way to stay on top of that. We have another update that you can sign up for, which is our Connect update. So if you're interested in exploring different career opportunities and fields, this is a great way to do that. Learn about internships and maybe learn about some things that are important like networking, or what is an internship? What are some interview skills I should have? And I think even most of us who have even gone to college, we're still kind of like interested in so many different careers. There's so many cool things out there to be doing. And so we have a useful tool for students to go in and kind of figure out some of the things they might be interested in, and that is the Focus 2. So in Focus 2, you can do a self-assessment, which is kind of like a personality test. And then you can also explore different careers and majors within that. And then last, we want to encourage you to follow us on social media. So we are available on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Everything that I talked about, you can get this information by following us on there. So all those cool upcoming events. And I just want to say again, I can't plug the events enough. We do have super fun prizes. We have like Fitbits. We do kind of like AirPods or Bluetooth headphones, hard drives, which are really important. Again, like Nicolette said, you're filling out those scholarship applications. You want to save those to a hard drive, save your recommendation letters, all that kind of good stuff. So come to our events.
The tablet. We have
Oh yeah,
tablets too that we had. Yeah.
Sometimes laptops.
Yeah.
So join us.
Exciting.
Yeah.
All right, and here's our contact information for each of our programs that we offer. So there's Micheline's her email. If you guys want to, anybody watching, you want to take a screenshot of that, just reach out to either of us if you have any more questions.
Okay, that takes us to our next one, which is Southwest Indian Polytech Institution. SIPI is in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it's a community college funded through the Bureau of Indian Education, United States Department of Interior. SIPI was established at a request of all Indian Pueblo Council. SIPI opened in 1971, September 1971, on approximately 164 acres in northwest Albuquerque, New Mexico. So now we are going to check out Southwest SIPI, and Ferdinand is going to give us that information.
And before I do, I just want to remind everybody that these are available on the Any page that I shared earlier. So if you ever want to refer back to them, you're more than welcome.
Offer a vision care technology program, especially if you want to work for the Indian Health Services in your reservation. This is a really good certification to have, and something that can put you above everyone else when they're looking at those resumes down the road for yourself. All right, so that's underneath the academics portion, and again, that's programs. And there's so much information here, so I want you guys to dive in when you can. So underneath the student resources, I'll just highlight, we have our Eagle Mail. This is your student Eagle Mail account, which is basically just your you. And we revamped this website about 3 years ago. So we're always trying to stay ahead of the game, and we're always trying to stay branded as an institution and also culturally relevant. So you can see that kind of that theme is consistent throughout our college. And we're cognizant of that. So underneath admission services, you have pay my fees. We saw some of that area and cost. So I encourage you just to look at our college website and find out a lot of the resources that we have. We have the scholarships tab that you can check out. We have some videos online that you can also check out. And also, if you're a family that has children, you can check out also the childcare, the SIPI YDI. And that will also give you an area to apply for childcare even before you get here. One thing that I have to point out is we don't have family housing, so that we do apologize for that, and we do know that that's a need, but at this time we do not host family housing. Underneath the academics tab, if you wanted to find out about programs, I'm just going to go ahead and click on the programs tab. We have these programs on our campus. So we have on the left where the turquoise is, we have programs. We have accounting, adult and development education. So we also have grants. So if you have not gotten your college degree, or you know someone that hasn't, if you know someone that hasn't graduated from high school but wants to earn their high set, it used to be called the GED, but now it's called the high set. There's grants that will host them on our campus, and they can be a part of the residential housing area, and also they can get their free meals and earn their GE or their high set at the same time. So look into that if you want to help someone get their credentials for high school. We also have business administration, computer aided drafting, and design CAD. So CAD is a really good program to go into if you want to make good money and stay consistently employed. Because it's in a STEM field, there's a lot of need for tribes that need professional workers in the CAD industry. We have culinary arts. Our culinary arts program is led by Chef Bailey, and Chef Bailey won 2 national awards. He actually was Chef of the Year nationally, and he's hosting that culinary arts program. Our early childhood education program, Alyssa can talk about this here in a bit, but that's led by Dr. Danielle Lansing. Dr. Lansing, she's a graduate of Harvard, a Native American graduate of Harvard that teaches early childhood education. Our environmental science programs are always excelling. They have a lot of programs that partner with the federal government, and they host a lot of internships during the summer. A lot of those internships are paid internships, which are really good for our students to be able to keep doing something and also get credit and get paid at the same time. And after that, we have the Geospatial Information Technology program, which is the GIT program. So if a lot of the tribes need this specific area of expertise because we have all these tribal maps, and we also have a lot of these maps have not been updated because there's no professional expertise within the tribe that can do that. So they need to find out like where aquifers are, what the latitude and longitude of anything on the reservation is. Also getting some aerial views. So that is always going to be, or that's going to be a high demanded job as of now moving forward, the GIT program. A lot of our students coupled the GIT program with the CAD program because the two programs complement one another. We also have the liberal arts program. A lot of our students that want to transfer, they basically just want to get their basics done at SIPI to save some money, so they get all their electives done, their math, their sciences, and their language arts. They do that, and then they transfer over to UNM. A lot of the programs that you see already have aligned their curriculum with the University of New Mexico, with IAIA, with Las Cruces, the other state institution in that area. So we are reaching out.
Donovan has a lot of really great information, and for more information, please go to our Annie website. And again, we'll put it into the chat if it's not already there. Fawn?
Thank you, Ferdina. So now we are going to look at the United Tribes Technical College. And it was chartered in Bismarck, North Dakota in 1969 by the United Tribes of North Dakota Development Corporation. So with this, UTTC has enrollment of 885 students, 635 full-time students, undergraduate and part-time 250 students. And so Ferdina is going to share their presentation with us right now.
College is a regionally accredited institution, having achieved accreditation through the Higher Learning Commission of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools. UTTC is a nonprofit corporation incorporated in the state of North Dakota and operated by the 5 tribes, 3 affiliated tribes of Fort Berthold, the Spirit Lake tribe, the Sisseton Wahpeton Oyate, the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, and the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa Indians that serve to provide an outstanding education to the Native American people of this region and around the country. For over 50 years, UTTC has served over 10,000 American Indian students from more than 50 federally recognized Indian tribes across the nation. In addition to American Indians, the college welcomes and serves students of all backgrounds. The Academic Affairs Division of United Tribes Technical College provides programs that prepare students to be lifelong learners and productive professionals in a global and diverse society. We are committed to enhancing opportunities for students to grow intellectually, think critically, and develop leadership skills. Faculty, staff, and students and community members collaborate on professional, scholarly, and creative works that can contribute to the health of our institution, our community, and tribal communities throughout the country. UTTC offers Native American tuition waiver. If you need more information on that, please visit our website, uttc.edu. United Tribes Technical College offers several options for the single student, single parent, and families to live on campus while attending. Our campus, we have an infant toddler center, preschool, elementary school for student families. UTTC provides a wide range of services to assist with student success. The Care Center offers walk-in peer tutoring, online tutoring, and resources for free to all the UTTC students. The Information Technology Department provides a single point of contact for the technology needs of our students, faculty, and staff. The Career Services helps each define our own life vision and connects them with the resources that they need to make their vision a reality, with career fairs, major fairs, job shadowing, and college transfers, and so much more. Our Chemical Health Department is committed to UTTC students by providing professional and cultural development services to enhance lifelong learning, professional growth, and educational success. The Chemical Health Center holds alcohol and drug-free activities, maintains a video library, our North Dakota Certificate 16-hour DUI program provides ongoing services for students and staff. Students sometimes have trouble keeping focused during a semester. We have a program if student concerns were more appropriately to be addressed by another agency. Our disability services provides equal access and opportunity for all academic resources and a referral. We have emergency food pantry on campus. We work closely with local programs such as the SNAP program and the WIC program, along with free produce from the campus community gardens, like Ayana mentioned, during the summer and fall months. We have many health promotion services during the semester. You will see advertisements for our wellness challenges, yoga, spin, boxing, other daily wellness classes. We have many outdoor activities as well, like Paige had mentioned. The Student Health Center provides medical exams, treatment, preventive care, sports, physical, mental health referrals, lab testing, vaccines, immunizations, pharmacy referrals, dental and vision, medical insurance application assistance. The goal of the Student Health is to assist UTT students to access highly qualified healthcare while promoting the overall health and well-being of the students to ensure their education success. Since 1985, the United Tribes Thunderbirds have competed at the highest level of the National Junior College Athletic Association. United Tribes is a member of the Region 13 and Non-Dakota Athletic Conference. The pride of the Thunderbirds lies in its commitment to competing against the region and nation's best junior college and university teams. United Tribes Technical College believes in our mission to provide quality post-secondary education and training to enhance knowledge, diversity, and leadership for all of our Indigenous nations. Our admission staff is available to assist with any questions you may have. Please.
Okay, that takes us to our next PCU, which is Haskell Indonesian University. As Ferdinand stated earlier, it is a school that she had attended or started her journey with for her higher education. It is also a school that I attended as well. Right out of graduating high school, I attended Haskell Indonesian University to start my educational journey as well. So with that, Ferdinand, if you have anything to say before we start this presentation.
Sure. So I'm only going to share a little bit of Haskell's. They have a very robust presentation that's pre-recorded. And so please look on our website, on our YouTube videos for Annie, and you will find this presentation as well. Each and every one of these tribal colleges has something unique to offer. And while doing research on all of the tribal colleges, I wish I could have attended at least every single one of them at one point in time. We saw that there's just different programs. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start Haskell's.
So I wanted to give an overview of what's required to graduate. So there's different degree checklists for all our degrees, like any other college, and so you have to fill out complete general education requirements. We want everyone to come out with knowledge from different areas, and we do have a historical and contemporary Indigenous issues requirements within that. So everyone will come out of Haskell with either taking American Indian issues, history of North American Indian tribes, American Indian literature, diabetes and the Native American, and intro to tribal management. So everybody will take 2 of those classes at a minimum. Some take more and some even end up being Indigenous studies majors. So for 2-year, we offer liberal arts, which is the general education requirements and elective courses. You can kind of mix and match that how you want, and you can use those electives to work towards a 4-year program if you'd like, or just explore. Media communications, which is where you can take digital photography, news writing. You could even write for the newspaper, make some extra cash on the side too. That's kind of a nice perk, not a requirement for class, but you can and get that experience. Communication studies, so if you really enjoy public speaking or speech communication, you can take that a step further and take things such as conflict and negotiation, legal communication, and then intercultural communications. One of the requirements so is interpersonal communication and working in groups and teams. Paraprofessional education is for students who want to be in the classroom for K through 6 later, and that degree is what you have to take as your 2-year if you want to move on to the 4-year in elementary education. We don't offer a secondary education degree at this time, so it's definitely for K through 6. And their degree checklist is the one that's most ever changing. So definitely if you end up in that program, get connected to an education advisor. And then social work is our other 2-year degree that's available. And that's for Associate of Arts. And then for the Associate of Science, we have community health. So you would be learning about different health concerns on the community level, such as diabetes. And there's, I think it's 24 required courses in addition to the general education requirements. Natural science, so if you end up blessed with really good math, a really good math brain, that's a great one to go into because you take trigonometry and 3 lab science courses. And often students will take that one if they plan to go to environmental science. And then recreation and fitness management, you can learn how to really run your own health program. And it can be a useful degree for lots of different things. And then the health, sport, and exercise science degree, that one is kind of a blend of classes from community health and recreation and fitness management. And you can kind of mix and match your health, sports, and exercise science classes in there to kind of how a little bit personalized too. So those are all our 2-year degrees. You aren't required to get a 2-year degree while you're at Haskell. You can just go straight for your 4-year degree, but I think if they offer them, you really might as well because you're definitely going to meet those requirements. I look at it as a bonus, another photo op to have that awesome graduation. So I always encourage our students to petition to graduate with their 2-year degree as well, even if they're there just for their 4-year degree. And then for your degrees, we have 4 different degree programs. For Bachelor of Arts, we have Indigenous and American Indian Studies. I'm a little partial to this one because my background's in Native American Studies. And so, like I said, in addition to the required courses, you're going to take a number of other Indigenous issues courses. And a lot of folks might say, well, what am I going to do with that? Man, you could do a whole lot of things with that degree. We have some in law school. We have some running different tribal programs. Really, our IAIS majors end up in a lot of different places. Business administration, and with that, you can do a tribal management emphasis. So if you want to work for your tribe or a different tribe, sometimes that can be a more ideal situation in terms of tribal politics. You can kind of go wherever you'd like and where you can get in on. So tribal management, and then management emphasis is the other one if you're more interested in, I guess, just mainstream business. The class options are a little bit different for those two.
So Haskell has a lot of really great information. So I would strongly suggest all our students, please, take a look at every single one of these TCUs if you're interested. Some are, providing very specific tribal needs. And I put the tribal college roster and profiles on your webpage right now, so you can take a look at the many different tribal colleges, kind of what they offer, and if it's fitting for you. The ones that are really kind of more open are the ones that we kind of spoke about tonight. Haskell Indonesian University is pretty much what it is. It's all nations. We did not get to hear from IAIA tonight, but it is also on the Amplified Nevada Native Youth YouTube page that you can take a look at what they also have to offer. We've been to many of these places and they're very small locations, like very rural locations. So also take a look at what kind of college atmosphere you want. Some offer housing for, if you're a young parent, if you're young and maybe you want to be in a bigger location, you might want to try Santa Fe area with New Mexico. So it's just a lot of tribal colleges, but a lot of different experiences. Fawn, do you want to add to that?
I think you covered pretty much everything that we needed to cover on that. If there are any questions, feel free to reach out to what's on the page there or reach out to myself or Ferdina if you have any questions or want contact information and are not able to grab it. Let us know and we'll get you some contact information.